Have you been praying for your future spouse, believing God for that divine connection, yet somehow it feels like you've been stuck in the same season for what feels like forever? What if I told you that you're not stuck at all, but standing right at the threshold of the most sudden, breathtaking upgrade you never saw coming? What if everything you've been asking for is about to materialize in a way that doesn't just meet your expectations but completely exceeds them? And what if the delay you've been experiencing wasn't a denial, but God preparing you for a ring-level relationship that's about to drop into your life with such speed and certainty that it will leave you breathless? Welcome back to God's Prophecy Message channel, where we deliver divine messages straight to your heart. If you've been feeling like your relationship status is about to shift dramatically, if you've been sensing something big is on the horizon, then this message is for you. Today, we're diving into a prophetic word about sudden upgrades, divine appointments, and the kind of relationship that comes with a ring attached. Not someday, not eventually, but sooner than you think. Before we go any further, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss a message that God has specifically for you. And if you feel led by the Spirit to support this ministry so we can continue bringing these prophetic words to women all over the world, you can leave a super thanks right here or donate through our Buy Me Coffee link in the description. Your support helps us reach more hearts with the truth of God's promises. Now, if you're ready to receive this word, if you believe that God is about to upgrade your love life in ways you never imagined, type "I receive" in the comments right now. Let your faith meet this prophetic word. Let's talk about what a ring-level relationship actually means, because this isn't just about getting engaged or married, though that's certainly part of it. A ring-level relationship is one where the person God brings into your life is operating with marriage-level intention from the very beginning. This isn't someone who's confused about what they want. This isn't someone who needs 3 years to figure out if you're the one. This is a person who recognizes you as their God-ordained spouse and moves accordingly. They're not playing games, not keeping their options open, not testing the waters with multiple people at once. When God sends you a ring-level relationship, that person comes in with clarity, purpose, and the kind of commitment that says, "I know who you are, I know what God told me, and I'm here to build a future with you." And here's what makes this prophetic word so powerful you're about to receive this suddenly. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11 tells us that God makes everything beautiful in its time. Notice it doesn't say "in your time" or "according to your timeline." It says "in His time," and God's timing often looks like sudden acceleration after long periods of waiting. You've been in a season where it seemed like nothing was moving, where every door appeared closed, where you watched other people get engaged and married while you remained single. But what you didn't see was that God was working behind the scenes, orchestrating divine appointments, preparing your future spouse, removing obstacles, closing wrong doors, and positioning you for a blessing so big that it required this season of preparation. The Bible shows us multiple examples of sudden divine upgrades. Look at Ruth, who went from being a poor widow gleaning leftover grain in a field to becoming the wife of Boaz, one of the wealthiest and most honorable men in Bethlehem. That shift didn't take years of dating and courtship. It happened suddenly once Boaz recognized her as a woman of virtue and took action. Ruth chapter 3 verse 11 records Boaz saying, "And now, my daughter, don't be afraid. I will do for you all you ask. All the people of my town know that you are a woman of noble character." He didn't need time to think about it or pray about it more or date around to see if there was someone better. He knew, and he moved with intention. That's the nature of a ring-level relationship. It comes with clarity and decisive action. Consider Rebecca, who was at a well one afternoon doing what she did every day, drawing water, when suddenly Abraham's servant showed up looking for a wife for Isaac. She had no idea when she woke up that morning that her entire life was about to change. She wasn't on a dating app trying to manifest her husband. She wasn't at a singles conference hoping to meet someone. She was simply faithful in her daily routine when God sent her ring-level relationship directly to her. And here's the beautiful part: the servant didn't ask her on a casual date to see if they were compatible. He presented her with jewelry, told her about Isaac, and asked if she would come back with him to be Isaac's wife. That's how suddenly God can upgrade your relationship status. Genesis chapter 24 verse 22 says, "When the camels had finished drinking, the man took out a gold nose ring weighing a baker and 2 gold bracelets weighing 10 shekels. What I need you to understand is that the ring-level relationship God is bringing you doesn't require you to lower your standards, compromise your values, or settle for less than God's best. So many women have been told that they're too picky, that they need to be more realistic, that they should give certain men a chance, even when everything in their spirit is saying no. But a ring-level relationship meets you at the level of wholeness, purpose, and spiritual maturity that you've been developing during this season of waiting. You haven't been wasting time, you've been getting prepared to receive someone who can match your faith, honor your journey, and build a kingdom marriage with you. Proverbs chapter 19 verse 14 says, "Houses and wealth are inherited from parents, but a prudent wife is from the Lord." This verse reveals something crucial. While material things can be passed down through natural means, the right spouse is a divine gift that only God can provide. And when God gives you something, it comes with His seal of approval, His blessing, and His timing. You can't rush God's gifts, but you also need to recognize them when they arrive. Some of you have been so focused on what you thought your future spouse would look like, how old they would be, what profession they'd have, or where you'd meet them, that you might not recognize them when God sends them. The ring-level relationship coming your way might not match the picture you had in your head, but it will perfectly match the prayer you've been praying. Let's talk about the signs that your ring-level relationship is approaching. First, you're experiencing unusual peace about your singleness. For the first time in a long time, you're not anxious about being alone. You're not desperate to meet someone. You're not scrolling through social media feeling envious of other people's relationships. You've reached a place of contentment where you're genuinely enjoying your life, pursuing your purpose, and trusting God's timing. This peace isn't resignation or giving up. It's the spiritual maturity that positions you to receive. Philippians chapter 4 verse 7 promises, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." When you have this kind of peace, you're ready for what God is about to do. Second, you're noticing that wrong relationships and situationships are falling away without you having to force anything. People who are taking up space in your life, keeping you distracted, or giving you just enough attention to keep you confused, are suddenly disappearing. They're either showing their true colors, losing interest, or simply fading out of your life. This isn't loss, it's divine clearing. God is removing everyone who doesn't belong in your future, so that when your ring-level relationship arrives, there's no competition, no confusion, and no baggage blocking your blessing. Matthew chapter 7 verses 7 through 8 reminds us, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds. And to the one who knocks, the door will be opened." Third, you're receiving prophetic confirmations and divine signs about your future marriage. Maybe you keep seeing wedding imagery everywhere you go. Maybe you've had multiple dreams about getting married or meeting someone special. Maybe people who don't even know you're believing for marriage keep prophesying over you about your future spouse. Maybe you keep seeing repeated numbers, specific names, or meaningful symbols that your spirit recognizes as God speaking to you. These aren't coincidences, they're divine breadcrumbs leading you to your promise. Isaiah chapter 42 verse 9 declares, "See, the former things have taken place, and new things I declare. Before they spring into being, I announce them to you." God tells you about your blessing before it manifests, because He wants you to prepare your heart to receive it. Fourth, you're being strategically positioned in new environments and connections. You might be starting a new job, joining a new church, taking a class, traveling somewhere unexpected, or simply being invited to events you wouldn't normally attend. Pay attention to these divine setups because God is moving you into position to intersect with your future spouse. Remember, Rebecca was at the well, Ruth was in Boaz's field. Esther was brought into the palace. Each of these women was positioned by God to meet their ring-level relationship. You might think you're just going about your normal life, but God is orchestrating divine appointments that will change everything. Now, let's address something important. Some of you have been praying for a husband, but you've been dating men who have no intention of marriage. You've been giving wife